Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri 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 Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody.
Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Better now, you know.
Yes, Swamiji.
Better.
Yeah, she's better, Swamiji. Yes, she's better.
Everybody has come? Still coming? So before we share some thoughts about tomorrow's, today we are reminded of the touching and inspiring life of our Puja Swamiji, whose 16th Mahasamadhi Day is being observed by us. Swamiji teaches us how to maintain that humbleness and humility even after scaling the heights, you know. During one of his Jayanti day, we still remember that day when one of the devotees wanted to express something about Puja Swamiji. So when he shared with us, we told him Swamiji doesn't like. Because Swamiji has told us, if somebody says something about us, it is like pricking with a needle. So better you avoid, because Swamiji will also be present on that. But he was not to be discouraged, because full of love, with all full of love also he was telling, I must say something about it. So we did not say anything. We all went to the bhajan hall, Swamiji was seated and he shared whatever he had in his mind. Normally, on such occasions, when Swamiji wanted to give us any message, he used to prepare well in advance. And on those days, there was no computer, so we used to type it out and give it to him. On this particular occasion, Swamiji did not know that somebody is going to say a few words about him. So immediately after that, there was a pin drop silence, and Swamiji then gave this message. Somehow we were able to tape it out, and then tape recorder was there at that time, and then we transcribed and brought it out in the vision. We will just read. All these years, from the time I came to the ashram, all of you have been giving me the best of your love and affection. But today, you have chosen to express the same in words. Words have the knack of exaggerating things. Words have got a knack of exaggerating things when they are backed up with pure love. So there is no wonder I was extolled to the skies that I feel I do not deserve this. Yet your pure love has made me see all these things in me. So I do not blame you. I am only a child of beloved Papa and Mataji, and whatever is said and done by me is only by the guidance and strength given by beloved Papa. So all that you have said should go to beloved Papa. As is my wont, I pass on to beloved Papa all that I get. I keep nothing with me. One day, many years ago, in the course of a talk with Puja Mataji on the subject of love, I confessed to her that my heart was arid and I had no real love for others. She immediately said, that cannot be. Everyone in the ashram and all devotees of Papa love you. Unless you have love in your heart, you will not get love. One only thing is you are not expressing it in words. And just like a child, he says, that gave me the assurance that I was not after all a dry piece of food. It's straight away coming, it's not a product of thought. Actually, what he felt came out in those words. I pray to beloved Papa and Mataji that the hearts of all of you that bear such love for me, now you see may expand to such an extent as to embrace everyone in the world, irrespective of whether one is good or bad, friend or foe, saint or sinner. Everyone is qualified and entitled to receive our love, because everyone is the manifestation of our Papa. And he is seated in all hearts. Even if one has done us great harm, let us forgive him and give all our love to him. Let us not forget that all the so-called harm that might have been done to us was done by Papa himself for our ultimate good. Thus, without reservation or discrimination, let us love one and all, and let there be no one in the world whom we consider as not deserving our love. When we love one, how happy do we feel? So if we love all, what a flood of love will gush forth from our hearts, and what an ocean of joy will we be swimming in. When in this way we are able to love all, be sure we will become dearer to beloved Papa and Mataji, and he will not take long to absorb us unto himself. Apparently, it is nice to hear, that's all. And we say, such a pure heart of Swamiji. But there are so many things for us to ponder over it. Firstly, he reminds us that all of us have got love for all. But we are not aware. So because we are not aware, it is given only to a few. We feel so. That is why whenever we see somebody doing any meritorious act, any exemplary act, naturally we will come and say, what a nice thing. He may be a stranger to us. God is giving us an opportunity to know that He is there in the form of love in our heart. But Swamiji wants us to touch and kindle this aspect. Every word that he has said, it had expressed in his very life. All that he wants is, we were pouring our love on him, let it not be for an individual. We stop with that, we are happy about this. No. Swamiji on that particular day, that is why in the points to ponder, we said, pure love alone sees purity in others. Pure love, suppose I feel you are so good, that means the goodness in me has been touched and awakened through you. Through you means through God. So the good is inherent in us. Love is inherent in us. Godliness is inherent in us. But we need some instrumental cause to come and touch and kindle. And God, through His creation, touches and kindles. So every time we should become aware that we are an embodiment of love. A love which does not know any otherness. Not the love that normally we think as love. I love a person. That means limited to that person. And one more speech. He said, I do not know how best to express my feelings to you. You have all poured your love and affection on me, taking this as a special occasion to do so. You have been doing this for a quite long time, from the time beloved Papa brought me to the ashram and made me his own child. From then on, I have been fortunate to be the recipient of the purest love from all of you. Beloved Papa, I was enjoying that love, but at the same time I was feeling that I was not repaying the love in the measure I was receiving. So I was getting into a debt of gratitude. To clear the debt, I will have to take many births, unless you willingly waive it off. I know at the same time that the love I get through the different forms is not from individuals as such, but from beloved Papa himself. That is, beloved Papa himself is loving me through you all. Beloved Papa does not ask anything in return, so in that sense, I am completely free. What a pleasant thing it is to be loved by all and to love all. The more you love, the more love you get. That is the truth. But in my case, though giving less, I was getting more. Let us remember our beloved Papa and understand how he was loving everybody, how he wanted all to love one another. He was Prema Swarup, so also Puja Mataji. Let us love one another without any reservation. From the time I came to ashram, beloved Papa showered his abundant love on me and made me his small child. I was feeling that I was undeserving of so much love from Papa and Mataji, deeply conscious as I was of my shortcomings. In their pure love and affection towards everybody in the universe, they did not consider my shortcomings and accepted me as their child. Thus, from the very beginning, I was enjoying that sweetness of love from them personally and also from their devotees. My only request now is that you all should follow beloved Papa's teachings, love everybody without any reservation whatsoever. First, let us start loving one another in the house, then gradually expand that love to others outside the family circle, and ultimately to all in the world. Beloved Papa will surely do the rest and help us love the same entire world, looking upon all as his manifestations. Love based on body consciousness will bring more attachment. True love is to love beloved Papa in everybody, and by such a love, we will be completely free from the attachments. So let us learn to be less and less attached to the worldly things, to individuals, and get more and more attached to Him, so that ultimately we may realize our oneness with Him and enjoy eternal happiness. This is my prayer today. That is why in one of his quotations he said, you should always feel that everybody is greater than you. Something is there, God is coming and teaching us through that form. It's difficult for us, but still that is the truth. And we have seen him, seen this principle in his very life. പിന്നെ കേൾക്കണം. So we have to try this in our own way. Whenever we fail, we pray to him. Because our mind, definitely puts a label the moment we see an individual. Good, bad, I like him, I don't like him. This label immediately comes before us. So we pray to him. His previous, my dealing with him previously has left a mark, and that label comes when I see him. Please help me to remove that label, and that you are there, you came there in that form to test me. Something like that, we try. We have to keep on trying. There is no fixed method for this. Everyone has to try. Because we are getting all these things from a person, not a philosophy, but a person who lived this life. So it is possible, no? So we have to keep on trying. A day like this makes us to remember the glorious life we lived. 14 years he served Papa. Served Papa means all secretarial work, all personal work. Swamiji was diabetic, so when he used to give this prick, insulin to give. So when we were passing through that room when he was doing this, then we looked at him. Does it pain you, Swamiji? We asked. He said, it will have, but we have to work out the prayer. How many pricks I have given to Papa? On those days, this not like this. There will be a spirit lamp, what is that called? Benedict solution, and a test tube, and the blood is not taken, urine is taken, and this Benedict solution will be put, and then you heat it, the color will change. Depending upon the color, we know the blood sugar. So every time, every day, this has to be repeated. And this should be reported to Mataji before fixing the insulin. Mataji should be told whether it is a red brick, yellow, like that, Each one says this is your blood sugar level. So Swamiji was recollecting all those things. Then so whenever he gives prick, he remembers. So all those things he had done from Papa. So 14 years. Those of us who have been associating with Papa ashram might know about the gospel, the devotee's diary, which came out in the form of gospel. Puja Swamiji is up by 5 o'clock or earlier than, and he goes to bed at 11 o'clock. Before he goes to bed, he writes down what all that had taken place during the Satsang. And that was called out. And when we started coming to ashram, on those days, ashram did not have the wherewithal to publish. So Bharati Vidya Bhavan used to bring out 1 rupee series, small book. And it was titled as Devotee's Diary. It came in vision also. So all these things were done at 11 o'clock. Because during daytime, totally busy. Comes back at room, before goes to sleep, jots down all these things. And next day he will read it out to Papa to get it authenticated. And Swamiji used to say, Papa was so humble that Papa used to say, is that necessary, Sachidanand? Instead of telling, remove it. At that particular context, it was all right. But now a poster, somebody reads, they may not be able to connect. And such a thing he was doing it after. And then it came out. It is every time, we may not be able to go through. But once in a way, when we go through, something will be there for us. So Swamiji's life, 40 years of serving Mataji. 14 years serving Papa, 40 years serving Mataji. That is why every time he says, Papa Mataji, Papa Mataji, Papa Mataji. Well, many of you might know that he lost his earthly mother when he was 3 years old. So as soon as he saw Mataji, he said, she is not only my earthly, spiritual mother, she is also my earthly mother. Anyway, if we keep on talking about that, that will take itself for 3-4 hours. So we now bring him before our mental vision. That all-enveloping love is always there, written on his face. And even in extreme physical tiredness and fatigue, Swamiji is that smile. Even on the last day in this room, after the satsang, we were coming from the satsang, Shana immediately informed, rush up here, please. So we rushed up here. Swamiji was critical at that time. So when we went there, we called Swamiji. As usual, he opened and that smile. So that now none of us can forget. Because that smile it conveys so many things, not a personal love. It conveys so many things, the tranquility, the equal love for all, the contentment, the freedom from grumblings and complaints. You can add so many such adjectives. There have been many, many occasions when we were asked to rush up here and Swamiji was critical. But the moment we come here, he would be all right. But as soon as we enter into the room, whether it is here or in the hospital, Swamiji, that smile will be there. You remember in Mangalore? We all rushed up in 1.5 hours. Chaddu was also there. Rushed up. Unni, I don't know. I think you flew the... People were there and we cannot inform anybody. News came that he is highly critical. We have to rush up immediately. We did not inform anybody. Unni was informed, took the vehicle, Chandu, we three of us, we three of us rushed up. How we reached Mangalore, none of us know. In Mangalore, it took time for us to locate the hospital. And so finally, when we rushed up and went to him, Swamiji was having, dialysis. And then we thought, he will be in, whether he will be in consciousness or not. But the moment we entered, as usual, that smile. In spite of all these things, he was able to maintain that sthita prajnato, steady wisdom. So we pray to him now. We know we are nowhere to claim anything of that, but give us something. Inside you are here now, prompt us. Prompt us, and wherever we go wrong, kindly correct us and put us on the path where we get something out of what you have expressed. This is how we pay our homage to him. Then coming back to tomorrow's program, one more thing. It is more befitting that the Mauna session comes tomorrow. Those of you who know Swamiji very well, he is a person of very few words. Very few words. Silent sage. But he says that has been his nature. So, through that, he has also made us known that we will be able to progress fast. So they have all prompted us now to become a little more serious in our sadhana by resorting to these periodical Mauna sessions. Prior to 88, this facility was available in the ashram. We all, whenever we come, we spend some time in Papa's Samadhi Mandir. That was the only Samadhi Mandir then. No image, no ritual, nothing. But we all go there, silently sit for as much time as possible. There is no restriction. But nothing will be there. Suppose you feel sleepy, we can do pradakshina. You can silently read something. Most of the time, you try to develop something by which the contact is established. So after that, from 88, practically there has not been any effort at all on our part. So and now he has prompted us that you must also try to go inward. So first one we had on Guru Purnima day, about 130 people joined at that time. Amazingly, for the first time, everybody joined it enthusiastically, though we had expressed that those who feel not comfortable can get up quietly, go back to their room. As far as possible, don't try to speak, and then when you are comfortable, you can come and join. But there was nobody chose to do that. Everybody was there throughout that, I think 7:30 in, morning, 6:15 to evening 5 o'clock, 5:30. Tomorrow, 7:15, we will all join. Those who are not taking part in the Mauna session, they will also be there. But those who are joining the participation, first ladies, they will all go, they will all be there. Ram Nam chanting will be going on, and we offer our flowers at the holy feet of our masters. And then, originally we thought we will have both ladies and gents in New Colony upstairs, but seeing this morning's rain, we have changed that program. Ladies will have Mauna session here only. So after the flower offering, they will all come here. Now we will take a count, actual count also. Gents, he will go to the New Colony upstairs. There are 2 halls are there. Arrangements have been made. Why are we doing this? There can be so many philosophies under the back of it. But a few of them have been culled out. This will be given to everybody. Even during that period, whenever we found any point, we can just go and look, because we are not making it as a tight involvement. We should be at ease. At the same time, we will not talk. We will try to avoid even eye contact with everybody, because to develop the concentration. We all know that right from the moment we get up in the morning till we retire to bed, we are guided by our mind. Mind with all its plus and minus, right from the moment. And whenever the mind directs us to a positive thing, we are happy. Whenever my mind directs to a negative thing, grumblings, complaints, so many things, self-centeredness, then we are unhappy. So, whatever is done by a human being is done by the mind. At the surface level. Deep level, so many things can be there. But we all know it is our mind which is in the process of getting purified. So when the mind is distorted and restless, then everything will go wrong. So calming the mind is what is needed. Mauna helps in calming the mind. It also helps in handling all situations perfectly. Why are we taking that? Because after the Mauna session, we are back again to the family, to the profession, to the society. We are not disconnected with that life. So what is it that adds to the quality of my life, to how to improve the quality of my life? This should be there in my mind. It is for that purpose I am doing this Mauna session. And the first and foremost thing is I should be able to improve my human relationship with my family members, with my friends and colleagues, with my any objects even, any situation even. So human relationship. Bringing out our latent potential. We all know that when we apply our mind seriously, only new things come out. So the mind should become, because mind is the one which is helping us which is also blocking us. So we are now trying, by calming the mind, we are helping the mind to bring out one by one. Then making impartial decisions, unbiased. If it is biased, one-sided, it will have definitely it will have its own reaction on us. But if we, in Bhagavad Gita, he says, in the 13th chapter, Udasino Gatavyata, positively indifferent, that attitude. Controlling disturbing thoughts. The moment we close, so many thoughts rushing. So this Mauna session will help us. We are trying to plumb deep and pray to him. How do I develop a technique by which the mind is free from this turbulent nature? Achieving perfection through concentration. The mind is distracted. Naturally, the level of concentration will be on the lowest. And to that extent, the perfection will not be there. And finally, to become aware of his presence within. So broadly, there could be so many. These are some of the things which welled up in our hearts, and we are just putting it. We thought every month we will bring out whatever we are prompted from within. So to improve our human relationship, to bring out our latent potential, making impartial decisions, controlling disturbing thoughts, achieving perfection through concentration, and revealing God behind everything. And methods of calming the mind, what do we do mentally? Praying to the Guru or the deity, all mentally. Mentally chanting the divine name, any name we are comfortable with. Trying to hear the mental repetition. Chanting slowly and lengthening the chant and also listening to it. For the past 3-4 days we have been trying. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Mentally, this is vocally. Suppose we do that, what happens? It might help us. And then observing the gap between the two chants. Om Shri Ram. There is a gap between Om and Shri. Shri and Ram. So during these exercises, we can try, because that is the real silence, that is the real base. Watching our thoughts without getting involved. So many thoughts, positive, negative, so many things might come up. Instead of trying to control them, we can just watch. Because Papa declares, the watcher is the real you, the self-immortal. So there could be many methods. You can follow any method. These are some of the clues. Praying to the Guru or the deity, mentally chanting the divine name, trying to hear the mental chanting, chanting slowly and lengthening the chant and also listening to it, observing the gap between two chants, and watching all thoughts without getting involved. Apart from that, any other prompting you all get, that also you may try. Because when we are plunging into it, we will have some idea, not necessarily that we are limiting to this. These are some food for thought, some guidance for thought. And this can be tried during our silent session. There are about 6 silent sessions. Each silent session will have 45 minutes. And after silent session, we have also put walking meditation. Seeing today morning's rains, we were wondering whether it would be possible. If we get a break like this, we can also do that. Because walking meditation, what is meant is, during the walking meditation, effort is made to mindfully witness everything. Now, when we walk, as you were coming to this room, mind will be on something else. We are directed toward the hall. What is there on the two sides, we may not be observing. If at all we observe, it will be purely on the superficial level. But now we are trying to train the mind to carefully observe everything. The varied manifestation of God through Mother Nature. Each plant, each tree, the leaf, the flower, the stem, the branches are different. We are not aware of it. We will just say very nice, that's all. But now we are trying to understand how it has been done. Particularly how many lines are there, how many colors are there, So this will all somehow directly or indirectly train the mind to mindfully observe everything, mindfully understand everything. So this is called walking meditation. And we also added seva meditation, which also we doubt very much. Suppose it is very heavily raining. Originally we thought everybody will go out. We have a particular type of seva in our mind, filling the bags with sand, a mixture of sand, soil and cattle manure plus, what is that called? Cocoa peat. So all those things will be mixed together, and then a plant or seedling or a seed will be, so that it's a protective act. We are doing it during our Mauna session. But this morning when we were planning, it was very heavily raining. So we thought, if something else strikes, okay. Otherwise, what we thought, that time can be spent more on the inspiring words of our masters. Either we go through the small text, which will be given to all, or if those who are in this room, they have plenty of this. We just go through. Whichever quotation, words of wisdom appeals to us, we just don't note down. And we try to contemplate, reflect upon it. And if by God's grace, if the climate is, we can just go out. At that time, if it is absolutely dry, we can do some cleaning, some mopping, something like that, whatever. But by and large, I don't think it will be possible now, because according to the forecast, tomorrow morning also we are likely to get rains. And if it rains, it will be difficult. So at that time, but at the same time, that particular time will be set apart for concentrating upon because our mind would have already become receptive by observing silence. And previously when we were reading, it will be a reading. Now it will not be a mere reading. It will be something we try to go deep into it. So that we can term it as a seva then and try to do that. So, in gents will have in the New Colony upstairs 104 hall. Their books are kept, small books, Nama leads. How does the Nama lead us to the one aspect? How does the Nama lead us from stage to stage? And ultimately it leaves us and shows us. The Nama cannot take us to that. It takes us. Nama is something like a bus. It takes us through various pathways, and finally there comes a stage where even the vehicle cannot move. There the driver gets down and says, you now go, there is a footpath. That is the place you have to reach. So Papa shows us from that particular place Anand. And he named that Anand as objectless happiness. So the Nama leads will give that picture. So that will be kept there. So each, because we have got plenty of time during that period, 45 minutes we have got. So each and every line we can read, pause for a moment, and then understand, then as if you are traveling with the Nama. Step by step. Pause. Not at one go. No? The reading is not for reading. Reading is for absorption, assimilation, and becoming one with it. And when we reach that last stage, probably we may feel we are stressed. Doesn't matter. At least that much we have reached now. And then we will pursue. It will be there in our mind because we are going through it intensely. So that book will be there. Here for ladies, plenty of quotations are there. Here also you are saving that book. Some books are there. Then in the next room you will find Puja Swami, on Puja Swamiji's centenary period, we brought out certain quotations and photos in Malayalam and English that you can note down in your book, where Swamiji's words of wisdom have come out. So enough time is there. We are not at all in a hurry. If one is writing down, the other one can write from the other one. And then come here, read it, reflect upon it. So this 45 minutes, 10:15 to 11 o'clock, which originally was set apart for seva, can be really done for intense and sadhana on the words of masters. And walking, let us see, here it may be possible. Even if it rains, you can take the umbrella and see the different types of flowers here, there. There also we can come out and go to Ayodhyavan or Ananda Kudir. If it is raining, there is a hall there. So that we will see. And the whole purpose is, it is not for we should be very clear about the goal to be achieved. The goal is to calm the mind. How do we achieve calming the mind? It's the toughest job, because mind's nature is always turbulent. It always goes out. It is always filled with plus and minus, our rights and wrongs, our likes and dislikes, our priorities, our preferences, our cravings, our infatuations, our bondings, our attachment towards so many things, name, fame, power, position. So this is the mind which is guiding us. So we are now trying to see the mind apart from it and seeking the blessings of God who is within. We are trying to quieten it so that each one, whether he is a grihastha, whether he is a family man or a professional being or a social being or an individual sadhaka, in all these 4 layers, tiers of life, there should be something to add after tomorrow evening. That should be there in our mind. Not for the sake of any program we are doing it. So we request all of you to, and you can give, we will just read out and then Chandu will explain. So 7:15 to 7:45 flower offering, 7:45 to 8:15 breakfast, 8:15 to 9 first silent session, 9 to 9:30 first walking meditation, 9:30 to 10:15 second silent session, 10:15 to 11 seva session, 11 to 11:45 third silent session, 11:45 to 12:15, lunch. 12:15 to 12:30, hearing the chanting. 12:30 to 1:15, silent session again, fourth. 1:15 to 1:45, Likita session, we will all write Ramna. 1:45 to 2:15, second walking meditation. 2:15 to 3, fifth silent session. 3 to 3:15, tea break. 3:15 to 4 p.m., so sixth silent session. And 4 to 4:30, third walking session. 4:30 to 5, noting the reflection silently and proceeding to Samadhi Mandir to attend evening Bharati. There is one more program. All of us can go to the Goshala also. There will be tomorrow Go Puja. Those who are interested, they can also come. This is the broad idea. This will be given to every one of you. And this Likita session, that means, we are all chanting. Papa Mataji gave a lot of importance for writing Ramnam. You all know that we have got a Nama bank here, Ramnam Bank, where we deposit all that is the Likita Jam. It starts from, when Puja Mataji's Silver Jubilee Sannyas, somebody mooted that idea. They wanted to give a purse to Mataji. Ashram wanted money also, but Mataji said, I don't want money. Give me 25 crores or 25 lakhs, Ramnam. That is how first it started. It gained momentum. It touched 33 instead of 35. Then from that day onwards, it has been coming. There is one room named as Ramnam Bank. It became full. Now we have opened an extension counter in the new colony. It is welling up now. So now tomorrow we will also make use of that opportunity, because one writing is equal to 10 times chanting. That's what they say. Then at the concentration level will definitely be more while writing. So that is Ligita session. That's all. This hearing the chanting. The Papa's tune, from the box it will be played. So we will try to go along with the sound. So there are various opportunities for the mind to exercise itself in various forms. Watching, mental chanting, trying to hear the mental chanting, trying to experience the gap between the two chanting, because that will lead us to the soundlessness. Through the sound we enter into the soundlessness. We used to show this like this. You all see letters there, something typed out, but we hardly notice the white. So the letters, these letters, they stand for the thoughts, and the whiteness stands for the base, our core of our being. Support. So we are not aware of it now. We are carried away by the sound. So through the sound we are trying to feel the presence of it, our core of our being. So this is an attempt. This is the real attempt. You can call it a stillness, silence, or whatever you call it. The idea is, so far we are not aware. We are in the midst of so many activities. The moment we get up till we retire to bed, we have hardly a minute to think about that the silence is our core of our being. So tomorrow an opportunity is given to all of us to plumb deep into it and have a first-hand experience of the silence within us. These are all some of the thoughts we wanted to share. And you can anything about the modalities, about the
so morning 7:15, all of us will go for the flower offering. Ladies will go first. Before that, today we will give everyone a small slip so that we all know which room we have to go to. But yes, ladies are also being stationary hall. All the gents, there are two.
This is also
in the new colony, 104 and 103. So at the end of the session, please come slowly one by one. We'll hand over the slip You can keep that safely so that you know tomorrow which room to get into. So morning 7:15, first the ladies will go. After the flower offering, when you come out, you will see Anita and Uma, they will be outside. They will leave you there with this placard. They will be holding this. So just you have to follow the person who is holding this.
So that means the walking meditation starts from that.
Walking meditation will start at 7:30. So if you have finished your flower offering, so what is walking meditation? Swamiji has already explained. So we will be already silent. So no one can ask anybody anything. That is why Swamiji has requested all of us to assemble today to know what exactly we want to do tomorrow. The idea will be that all of us are able to quietly do what is to be done. Many a time when we go for the silent sessions, we start doing actions like this, because we can't talk. That becomes more disturbing than the talk itself. So we will be avoiding any conversation and we will come over to this place. Now, ladies would have come here. The next person will be standing there again with walking meditation. So the gents, about 20-25 of us, once we assemble, this person who is holding the placard will walk you to the new colony. So the next set of 25-30 will move there. And then one more person will be holding the placard for the last set of participants to go to the new colony. So we expect about 85 members overall, devotees to be there. We'll all assemble at our respective places. Once we reach the Centenary Hall, the breakfast will be served here. This is not the regular breakfast that we have in the canteen, and it's not two breakfasts. There is one breakfast here, one breakfast canteen. No.
You are giving something,
Something is there.
That you mention first.
So, something is there. I think it will be a good surprise. What is that something? Rather than knowing now, because we may not sleep at night, so we can have a good sleep. Something is there, so we'll have that for breakfast. But it is there, it's sufficient. We have tried it last time, it works. After that, the sessions will start. Even over there for gents, we have a place where all of us will assemble. We'll have our breakfast there and get into our respective rooms because we have the slip with us, we know where to go. As we see here, the first silent session is at 8:15. All of us will have the slip. So, but 8:10 over here, you will hear a bell ring. At 8:10 there also there will be a bell ringing. Immediately upon the bell ringing, we will all ensure we are seated in our respective seats quietly without any noise. When we enter for breakfast itself, you will hear the Ram Nam, Papa's Ram Nam chanting will be on. So we don't chant loudly back. We are only going to do mental repetition while we are having breakfast. When we continue in that same state as we are seated in silence, but the chanting will still be on. But at 8:15 there will be a second bell. At the second bell, you will find the volunteers walking with this around. So this is evident. I think all of us know. Its silent session starts. So at 8:15, this person will go quietly around and go and sit in this place. All of us are going to sit in our place. We'll have 45 minutes, absolute stillness with the background. Somebody has already told us. Now, the next, at 9 o'clock, the bell will ring again. Quietly we get up and the first walking meditation starts at that time. Again, the volunteers will come around when the bell rings, so you know it's walking meditation. Simply follow the person who is having the placard. We just have to follow. If there's no rain, Centenary Hall, we may just go around here. For the members, devotees in our new colony, we may step out and go to the garden that side or the other side. But we just follow the person holding the card, that's all. and come back to the same venue. It's a half an hour walking meditation, so we'll try to reassemble by 9:25. Again, the bell will ring at 9:25, long bell, 9:30, again a short bell. Ramnam will be on when we enter. Again, at 9:30, when the bell rings, Ramnam will be turned off and then there will be silence. Like this, each session, I think it's the similar pattern, except when there is lunch. So 11:45 bell rings, we will be assembling for lunch. Lunch will also be served in the same place. We don't go to canteen. It will all be here itself. There will be one item for lunch for all of us. After lunch, again we spend a few minutes in the place, and then we have our next
Hearing.
Hearing the chanting. So what is hearing the chanting? So the Papa's Ramna, we just listen to that quietly, which we do in those 5 minutes at the start before session, same thing. So that's hearing the chanting. Then we have Seva session, Swamiji has already explained, so nothing more to explain there. Liquid session is there, Swamiji.
Liquid session. So book will be given now?
Liquid session, no, it will be kept there. In the room, all of us will be given a book and a pen for the Liquid Ramna. In the same book, the last page, the last 2-3 pages, whatever reflections Swamiji had said at the last session, 4:30 to 5, we can note down our reflections in that same book, which we can carry later. With reflections, not necessary that we have to submit to Swamiji. If we like sharing, we can. But it's more for ourselves that we learned something and we want to recall those learnings for ourselves. So liquid session, walking meditation again. Then at 3 o'clock we have a tea break. It's only 15-minute tea break. We'll again step out. The tea will be provided at that same place. Again, we don't have to go anywhere. Post which we have the 6th session, silent, and then walking. And at 5 p.m. we go to Goshala, whoever wishes to go. If we don't feel like going to Goshala, we can go straight for the Aarti, which will be only at 6 o'clock though. But all of us can continue to remain in silence. That's the whole idea, that we are able to spend, rather than getting once again into the routine activity, we are able to continue silence for the whole day. That was the plan from we had in mind. There are a couple of points for us to note. Tomorrow, we request all of us here, please leave your mobile phones in your rooms. Not switch off. Please leave your mobile phones in the rooms. If there's absolute emergency, you feel something is going to happen, maybe you'll have to carry, in which case, you please keep it on silent mode. The humble request, please, if you see anybody holding mobiles and going on, it disturbs others. We get disturbed, of course, but we disturb others, that's worse. So, that's a request to everybody, please refrain from bringing the mobile itself. All of us may kindly carry our umbrellas. So, the reason is simple. When we have the walking meditation, if it's going to rain, we may have trouble. In case some of us don't have umbrellas, please come to Ramna building after this session now, and we can arrange for umbrellas for you so that you have an umbrella for yourself when you're walking. In case any of you do take medication during the day, if you feel you need to carry your medicine with you, please carry, because everything else is provided. Water, tea, coffee, everything is there, but medicine cannot be provided. So if it is a routine medicine, please do carry. Yes, I think all points are covered, everything else. Okay. So these are the points on
ജെൻസുക്കും ലേഡീസുക്കും നമ്പർ കൊടുക്കണമെന്നില്ലേ ചേട്ടൻ്റെ വേണമെന്നില്ലേ? Some would not. Some people would not have come.
Some have not come.
Sridharan, the locals have not come, ലോക്കൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ലല്ലോ ഇല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ അവരെ എത്ര പേരുണ്ടാകുമെന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്കറിയില്ല. ഇപ്പം ലിസ്റ്റ് പ്രകാരം നമ്മൾ വായിക്കണോ? അവർ വരുമല്ലോ അല്ലേ, എത്തിക്കോളും. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് മലയാളം ആദ്യം ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യും. മലയാളമായിരിക്കും അധികം പേര്. മലയാളം, ദിസ് ഈസ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്,